my daughter's mother. I supported her through her pregnancy and I supported her through her education degree. I supported her through her mental illness, which was caused by her failing to take her thyroid medication because she has no thyroid gland. It was removed because she experienced hyperthyroidism, or a thyroid gland was overly developed and they removed it. And now she has to take thyroid pills for the rest of her life, otherwise she goes nuts. And she took a thyroid pill and she went nuts, and I supported her through that too. She cheated on me with this guy that worked in a call center. She was working in a call center. I was working as a software developer. I was designing the infrastructure, the command and control systems for Clearwater Foods, the lobster guys, the fish guys, all the fucking IT systems that ran their operations. I mean, I'm sure that they've progressed since then. It was a long time ago, but I built all of the fucking systems that run their fucking operations. I was paying for child care. I was paying for our nice apartment. I paid for fucking everything. We were living in the nicest neighborhood in fucking Greater Halifax. And she fucking cheated on me with this fucking lowlife fucking guy. Worked as a manager at a call center. And then she ended up moving in with him. And I had this experience. For years I had this experience where I would like talk to women on dating sites. Plenty of Fish, things like that. Lava Life, whatever. Meeting women. I wasn't ready to be in a committed relationship. I was a single father. In the beginning, I had my daughter for a week, every 2 weeks. And her mother slowly eroded that down to nothing. But in the beginning, I wanted to be out meeting women, having fun, getting laid. You know, like, for a week I'm dad. All my attention, undivided attention, is given to my daughter. That's it. You have all my attention. But then when she's with her mother, I'm not going to just sit around and go, oh, I wish my daughter was here. I'm so lonely. I'm going to go and fucking live the life of a single man because I am a single man. And if I don't enjoy the rewards of a single man, then I don't get to enjoy any rewards at all. I can't have the rewards of something that I'm not. I can refuse the rewards of what I am, but I can't have the rewards of what I'm not. Does that make sense? So I'm like meeting women on dating websites and whatnot. And after a while, I got tired of the casual thing. I didn't want to do it anymore. And for a while, I just focused on myself. When my kid was there, I gave her my undivided attention. But when she wasn't there, I just focused on my work. I just focused on making money and writing code. At that point, I was writing the software that does the translations for large multinational drug companies, like Pfizer. All the translations. When Pfizer wants to sell a drug worldwide, and they have to translate everything from the stuff they give the doctors to the literature, all of it, it has to be translated properly. If there's any mistakes, many people could die. If they ship something out to a country and all the doctors and all the hospitals get this thing and there's a mistranslation, many, many people could die before this mistake is discovered. So it's pretty important that it's done perfectly. And if it's not perfect, then it's worse than wrong. And that's what I was doing with my life at that point, until I was paying my bills. And Sharon came into my life and left my life. And I was working for MTV at that point. My daughter was gone. I'm single. I've lost my third common law wife. My kid's gone. I'm lonely. My relationship with my family completely disintegrated. And I'm talking to women on Plenty of Fish. I was working for MTV. I got like 3 monitors, and I got my work on these 2 monitors, and on this 3rd monitor over here, I got my email, I got the messaging system I use to communicate inside the company, and I got Plenty of Fish open, and I'm chit-chatting with women on the internet on my 3rd monitor while I'm doing my work. Just, like making idle conversation to the person next to me, but not riveted on them and ignoring my work. You know what I mean? And I met this woman on there, talked to her on a Monday. Conversation went down to the like, you're not what I'm looking for, and I'm not what you're looking for. We clearly understand that. We don't want each other. But then she was like, you want to come over and hang out? And I'm like, it's Monday. I have nothing to do. I was going to go home and be by myself and watch fucking movies alone. Yeah, sure, I'll come over and fucking hang out with you. It's something to do. And we ended up becoming friends. And we ended up becoming friends with benefits. I remember one time I was lying in bed with her. We had sex. But she wasn't my girlfriend. I wasn't her boyfriend. And that was never going to happen. We both wanted a boyfriend and a girlfriend. So we were lying in bed after having sex, and we both had our phones, and we're checking Plenty of Fish and checking our messages. It's funny. She showed me her phone, and she had like 40 dick pics that had been sent to her that day. And she thought it was hysterical because my dick was bigger than all the dicks in all the pictures. She had 40 fucking dick pics that she'd received that day from men who wanted to have sex with her. And she's lying here next to me, and my dick is bigger than all of their dicks. And she showed me. And I'm like, I'm not fucking gay, I'm not perving on their dicks, but I look, I've fucking seen dicks, I've watched pornography. If you watch pornography, you've seen a dick. I have a dick, I don't, And it was fucking hysterical. She's like, all of their dicks are smaller than yours. I'm like, yeah, all of their dicks are smaller than mine. What do you think about this chick? I know her, she's crazy, don't talk to her. Okay. It was that kind of a thing. But there was another thing. I'd have conversations with women on there. They were beautiful. They seemed nice. They seemed attractive. I liked what I was hearing. They seemed to be attracted and excited about me. And then suddenly, they just vanish. Boom. No contact. And I had this feeling like people were talking shit about me behind my back. And I was certain that there was like people talking shit about me behind my back. And I'm talking to these women, and they like me, and I like them, and we've interacted with each other, and we're having conversations, and we're sharing and opening up to each other and bouncing back and forth, and they like me. And what was happening was they were going off, hey, I met this guy, look at him, isn't he sexy? He wants to fucking date me, blah, blah, blah. And then these people were like, oh, don't talk to that guy's bad, don't talk to that guy. And that's why they disappeared. And I talked to people about this. I talked to my friends and my family about it. And they were like, you're being paranoid. You're being paranoid, man. Stop being such a fucking narcissist. The world doesn't revolve around you. That kind of a thing. But when I was with this woman, Sarah, she told me that she worked in the call center that my daughter's mother and her boyfriend, Paul, worked at. And that this Paul guy had been going around this call center. And this call center had more than 100 people working there. And people come and go. And he's going around telling people that I'm like a fucking domestic abuse, rapist type of shit about me. That I had done all this fucking horrible things to my daughter's mother, and I was a piece of shit. And that because he was working as a manager in a building more than 100 people, and people are rotating in and out, he had the opportunity to trash my name and spread slanderous lies about me to hundreds and hundreds of people behind my back. And I'm sitting there living my fucking quiet private life, doing my computer programming, having a small circle of friends and family that I associate with, and being happy and whatnot, and trying to meet fucking women, and that all along I was right. That this feeling that I had, that something's going on. Sarah told me that she worked in the call center and that she had heard all these horrible things about me. That many, many, many people had horrible, horrible things about me. But that she judged people herself. She was the kind of person that she doesn't pay attention to what everybody's saying. She spends time getting to know somebody and talking to them and feeling them out. And she gets to know people herself and doesn't just go by what all the fucking gossip is. But she told me that this was real. That I wasn't paranoid, I wasn't crazy, I wasn't a narcissist. That this was really happening. And it had been happening for a very long, long time. I was so fucking grateful to her. You have no idea how grateful I was to her. I'll tell you how grateful I was to her. When I left Halifax, I intended to go to Brazil and try to find myself a Catholic woman to be my wife and have some more kids, buy some land and have a house and create a stable place that my daughter would always be welcome at, and to make myself financially successful and have the family lifestyle. And I didn't want to sell my possessions. I didn't want to be sitting there with a bunch of things that I had spent a lot of money on, or things that had personal value to me, and try to have some guy try to talk me down from $10 to $5. I was like, I'd rather burn my stuff than fucking sell it at a fucking yard sale and have these fucking people paw over it and give me fucking pennies for things that had fucking great value to me and cost me a great deal. So I gave Sarah every single fucking thing I owned. I said, I'm giving you everything I own. Sell the things that you can for whatever price you can. Pay someone to take the rest of it to the dump. My daughter's toys, give them to your daughter. She had a daughter and she was sick and she needed medicine and she couldn't afford to buy medicine, and she was in this fucking horrible situation where she was having a hard time with work because she was sick and she needed medicine to be healthy so that she could work, but she was really fucking in a bad place. And I saw that she was selling her daughter's toys on Facebook Marketplace. And I said, I'm giving you everything I have. All my worldly possessions are yours. My daughter's toys, give them to your daughter. Don't sell your daughter's toys on Facebook Marketplace to buy medicine. My daughter is gone, and I'll never see her again, and she won't be back for her toys. And I'd rather give her toys to you, and so you can give it to your daughter. And all my stuff, sell it. Buy yourself some medicine. Be well. I'm really grateful to you because you were honest with me. And because you were honest with me, I'm giving you everything I own. And then I left Halifax. I gave that woman all my worldly possessions because I was grateful to her, because she was honest with me. If my daughter ever sees this video, that's where your toys are. I gave them to a little girl who was a single mother, whose mother was sick, and selling her toys. That's where your toys went. If that makes you feel good about the fact that I didn't throw your toys in a dumpster.